And hello everyone, welcome to this special edition of Invader's Weather News special coverage on Hurricane Central. I am Meteorologist Invader and welcome back to this special edition coverage here on Hurricane Henri as we continue to monitor the southern New England area as hurricane warnings have been issued for the southern New England, parts of the southern New England area. But let's talk about the main headlines right now. Hurricane Henri, now a Category 1 hurricane with winds up to 75 miles right now. Central pressure is at 991 millibars, moving north-northeast at 14 miles right now as the 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time advisory. Let's get to the latest details as we have a lot to talk about. First things first with the flash flooding potential. The greatest flash flooding potential has increased, so Day 1 through Sunday, this is tomorrow, when it makes landfall, we expect flooding generally in this area. Then day 2 through Monday morning, we expect that this red area, we expect a huge portion of flooding in this area, which we'll need to monitor. So you're in this red area. New York is in this area. Hartford is in this area. Hartford, I believe. They should have their plans ready in Albany, New York here. You're in this red area. You have a moderate risk of flash flooding risk, the greatest flash flooding risk in this area from Hurricane Henri. So we have a lot to talk about and have your plans ready. Even and if you're in the slight risk area, you still need to be watching the flash flood risk going on with Hurricane Henri. This is a very serious concern now because as you can see, the path, the model cone has changed. This is going to change over time as we get closer to tomorrow. By 8 p.m. Sunday, it's projected to move inland near Connecticut here, and move up towards Massachusetts, then make a sharp right turn here by 8 p.m. Monday. Will be a post-tropical cyclone, post-tropical depression. Henri here. As you can see with the cone here, we do have a hurricane warning right here. This is the red. The red is the hurricane warning. The blue right here is the tropical storm warnings in effect right now for parts of New York here, parts of Connecticut, Rhode Island, parts of Massachusetts, and tropical warnings for those areas right now with Hurricane Henri as the threat is clear. And with the storm surge, we do have storm surge warnings now, storm surge warnings along the coast here, and we do have a little storm surge watch right over here, but mostly in this area, we do have a storm surge warning near for New York City here, all the way from Connecticut, the coast of Connecticut, Rhode Island here, parts of Massachusetts coast here, and we do have a little storm surge watch in effect. So we do have a lot of concerns we need to talk about as we get through here with the updates here on Invader's Weather News, Weather Center, Hurricane Central updates, and we do expect storm surge greater than 1 feet above ground is expected with the storm surge as Hurricane Henri moves inland. Here's the U.S. rainfall potentials. They're increasing. Now, up to 10 inches of rain could be possible near the New York area, which we need to watch very closely. And please monitor the storm surge. Storm surge has increased a little here from Cape May to East Rockaway Inlet, 1 to 3 feet. From here to here, 2 to 4 feet. 3 to 5 feet in this area of storm surge. 3 to 5 feet along this area here. Then from 3 to 5 feet here for storm surge, mainly mainly in this area right here, we expect 3 to 5 feet of storm surge. Where I drew this black line here, we expect 3 to 5 feet of storm surge. Then in this yellow line here, expect 1 to 3 feet of storm surge. And in this pink line here, 2 to 4 feet of storm surge. In the pink, 2 to 4 feet. Right here, in this pink right here, 2 to 4 feet. In this yellow line, 1 to 3 feet of storm surge expected with Hurricane Henri as it makes landfall. Wind speed probabilities are increasing as Hurricane Henri nears the southern New England area. Hurricane warnings are expected. It's time to mobilize plans now, and please expect hurricane conditions are expected to begin late tonight or Sunday in portions of Long Island, Connecticut, and Rhode Island where a hurricane warning is in effect. Trough storm conditions will begin in these areas tonight. Please have your plans mobilized. Please get ready and have your plans ready. It's time to get your preparations ready as Hurricane Henri nears. This is the time to get your plans done by tonight, and this could be a strong hurricane when this makes landfall. So it's expected that you have your plans ready as this nears. So here's the earliest reasonable arrival time of winds. All times are EDT here. By Sunday 2 a.m., you could start feeling the winds by Sunday 2 a.m. By Sunday 8 a.m., the winds are starting to be felt over much of Connecticut, Rhode Island, parts of Massachusetts, and New York. The most likely arrival time of winds are listed here. So by Monday 8 a.m., we could see, if you're along the coastlines here, you can start feeling some hurricane or tropical force winds. By Sunday 8 p.m., much of the southern New England area will start to feel much of the tropical force winds. So if you're in this area, right in this little purple, darkish red orange area, you have a good chance of seeing these tropical force winds here. As you the wind speed probabilities, 50 knot wind speed probabilities as well. You're in this one too. You still have a very good chance to see probabilities up to 58-mile winds. And if you're in the hurricane wind speed probabilities, you still have a very good chance to feel those hurricane force winds with Hurricane Henri. So we do have a lot to talk about with Henri as it's now a threat to the northeast United States. As you can see here, oops, there we go. So once it gets closer, it's going to strengthen to 85-mile winds. Then by the time it gets very close to New York, that's 80-mile winds. Very close to the New York coast here, parts along the coast of southern New England. It's expected to be at 80 miles when it makes landfall, or 75 miles, but it's expected to project it at 85 miles at landfall, or 100-mile wind gusts here. When it nears Connecticut, the coast of Connecticut here, it's going to be at 70 miles once it makes landfall as a tropical storm. You can see all these warnings right here. Hurricane warnings, tropical warnings are basically in effect. So New York should be on alert. People along the coastlines of southern New England should be on alert. Once this gets up to Massachusetts, it will be at 40 miles. Then once it reaches up to New Hampshire, 30 miles. Then all the way back to North Atlantic, just near the coast of Maine, 30 miles. So we have a lot to talk about, and it's best to get your plans mobilized and ready because things will get ugly here along the way. So you can see if you're in this purple area, that includes some parts of New York here, parts of the coast of Connecticut, Rhode Island here. You're going to be in this tropical force wind area, and it's likely that New York could feel these winds too. 50 knot wind probabilities are here. So you're in this area, you will feel some winds up to 58 miles possibility. The 64 knots here. So we have a lot of concerns that people should be watching very closely with of Hurricane Henri. So this is a huge concern for everyone. I suggest everyone has their plans ready and mobilized because these things can get really bad and ugly soon. With Hurricane Henri we were watching here, oops, I meant to go to the northeast. This is expected to make landfall. Have a pressure of around pressure could be at by 8 a.m. It's gonna be very close to the New York coast, so probably it will make landfall somewhere tomorrow morning near the New York coast, and it's gonna move inland towards Connecticut. Connecticut by 2 p.m. It's gonna move inland near Connecticut where the low pressure is. Pressure is at 988 millibars when it moves at landfall. Possibility at 988 millibars when it makes landfall. When it's near the New York coast, is at 980 millibars. 8 a.m. August 22. The forecast time is right here. See, when it moves inland, it's going to bring a lot of widespread showers, strong storms, and mostly to the west of this. If you're west of this, you're going to feel the strong impacts a little on the east, but the west is heavy with the strong impacts as to how widespread rain and flooding, flash flooding is possible. With the precipitation rate, we need to talk more about that. As with the precipitation rate, it's going to be high. Now, the forecast center of the National Hurricane Center and the Weather Prediction Center could say it's up to 10 inches of rain is possible. 10 inches of rain could be possible along where the landfall is in this area. Maybe up to 6 or 8 inches of rain possible. So we have to watch and see how this goes out. So here's the aircraft recons here. They're still in mission, as you can see, with Henri going on. There's a lot of missions going on, as we'll get another update soon. So Hurricane Grace has dissipated. Oh, and if you haven't known, Hurricane Tropical Storm Grace is now Tropical Storm now Hurricane. It has this was a Category 3 hurricane earlier. If you did not know, it was a major hurricane. It became the first major hurricane of the season of 2021. Can you believe that? So let me zoom out here. It became the first major hurricane of the season. Look at the winds. Look down here at the sustained winds right here. And see how this increased. 90 miles, 120 miles, 125 miles. It made landfall in mainland Mexico at around 1 a.m. around 2 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time or 1 a.m. CDT here at 125 miles at Category 3 hurricane at landfall. It was the first major hurricane to make landfall in mainland Mexico as a strong hurricane then yeah, move inland near Mexico City with 110 miles and just de-strengthened now. This is the current advisory. So can you believe that was our first major hurricane of the season? So yeah, that was our first major hurricane. Now it's at 70-mile winds right now, as you can see with the cone track expected to be a post-tropical cyclone later. So that's with hurricane Grace now. So Henry want to focus on this. You can see it's strengthening in the North Atlantic Ocean right here, as you can see, strengthening in the waters. You can see it's strengthening. So with the warm waters of the sea surface temperatures, it's going to continue to strengthen. And the model track guidance will stay clear. This could stay, most models could say it could hit very close to New York. So most models could say it could hit very close to New York here. And this could be a concern for New York. They should have their plans mobilized and ready because this is the things will get ugly from here. And look at the sea surface temperatures here. You can check that out here. Sea surface temperatures will be high along Henry's path. So here's Henry. Actually, Henry's up here. So this is where Henry is. And it's still strengthening the warm waters. But it's going to get into the cooler waters. Will de-strengthen a little there. They want to make landfall. Will fully de-strengthen. And yeah. So that's all for Invader's weather news. And here's the proof on the Wikipedia here of Category 3 hurricane. You can see it was a Category 3 first major hurricane of the season. That's all from Beater's Weather News Special Edition for August 21st, 2020. I'm your Beater, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Bye, guys.